Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today. I am going to be reviewing my MS Holiday Gift Guide. This is something that I put together every year to come up with my favorite products for people with MS to use throughout the holiday season, but also throughout the entire year. Some of the products I'm going to be sharing with you today will help with mobility, while others will help with sensation, others will help with stress relief, and everything in between. So let's dive in. My first gift is this leg lifter, and if you've been following me for any amount of time, you likely have either heard or seen me talk about a leg lifter in the past. However, this leg lifter is different. This leg lifter has 3 different loops throughout the band, meaning when you go to lift your leg up, it's going to be easier for you to reach down to a loop and lift with your arms. Whereas with the original leg lifter, there's only 1 loop at the top where you put your hands through and 1 loop at the bottom where your foot goes. Therefore, when you go to lift your leg using the leg lifter, your hands only have 1 potential spot to hold on. Whereas with this new and improved leg lifter, you have multiple options. Let me show you how both of them work. I'll demonstrate how to use both of these. So this is the original leg lifter that you probably have seen me use before. And with this one, there's 1 loop at the bottom that goes through your foot, and the top loop is for your arms to lift up. The other option is to hold on to the wire and lift up from here. Now this is still a really great option, but depending on your grip strength, this might be really challenging. Now, right away, you might be able to notice that this new and improved leg lifter looks more user-friendly. For starters, the loop at the bottom is much softer and wider, so it's easier to fit your foot in through that bottom loop. And now you have multiple different loops for your hands to hold onto to help you lift your leg. You're probably not going to use this top one because that's going to be the most challenging, but you have an option down in the middle. And if you need even more of a lift from your arms, you can use the option down closer to your knee. Both options do have a metal interior, so while it might look like a dog leash or a yoga strap, it's not as flimsy. Because of that, it allows it to help you lift your leg using the strength of your arms. So if you have weak hip flexors, maybe you have difficulty getting into or out of your car, into or out of bed, the leg lifter is a great option. I'll put the link for the new and improved leg lifter in the show notes. It's $8 and you can buy it right on Amazon. The next gift I have for my gift guide is from Guide Beauty. And in here I have an accessible or an adaptable eyeshadow brush. This eyeshadow brush is from the company Guide Beauty, and it has a thicker base and a knob so that it's really easy to hold on to even if you have hand or finger weakness. I recently had a Missing Link member who had told me that she used to love doing her makeup, but because she had poor finger and hand dexterity and lack of fine motor skills, she wasn't able to do her makeup anymore. But with products like this, you are now able to. Guide Beauty has so many other products, including mascara, eyeliner, etc., and they all have this thicker base and the knob so that you can hold on easily. The main goal of this gift is to not only improve independence, but bring back some joy in your life. It's $24 and you can find it in the links in my show notes. Our next gift is from the company Naboso, and if you watched my 2021 MS Holiday Gift Guide, you may recognize this company. Naboso is a company that focuses on improving sensation in your hands and in your feet. And this is really important for multiple sclerosis because one common symptom is lack of sensation or reduced sensation in your feet. And when you don't have appropriate sensation in your feet, it makes walking and balance a whole lot harder. So last year in my 2021 gift guide, I had a Naboso product, which was their Neuro insoles. But this year, I've got something different for you. All of Naboso's products have a rubber material at the bottom of the product that is essentially Braille but for your feet, and it helps improve your sensation. The gift that I wanted to share with you guys this year are 2 different pair of brand new Naboso socks. One of them is called a recovery sock and the other is called a studio sock. The recovery socks are meant for you to wear inside your shoes. They are labeled for your right foot and for your left foot, and they have this special Naboso design on the inside. When you look inside this sock, you will see this pointy rubber fabric. That's what I'm talking about when I say the Naboso products all have this braille for your feet or for your hands, depending on which product you're using. But you'll put your foot in the sock and the bottom of your foot will feel that design. It will feel the braille, therefore increasing sensation and hopefully allowing for improved walking and balance. So with the recovery socks, you would wear these with shoes like you would any other sock. The studio socks are slightly different. They have the same type of interior design with that rubber braille for your feet, but the bottom of the socks have rubber on them. So these are not meant to be worn with shoes, but rather just wearing socks throughout your home. This way, whether you like to wear shoes in your home or not wear any shoes at all, you've got an option that should work for you. The Naboso recovery socks, which are the ones that are meant to go with your shoes, are normally $60, and the Naboso studio socks, the ones meant to be worn without shoes, are normally $50. But I have a 20% off promo code that you can use, and they have amazing sales throughout the holiday season. I'll put the link to purchase these products and my discount code in the show notes. This next gift is going to be perfect for people with MS who have a lot of muscle tension and tightness, and this is the Theragun. The Theragun is a percussive therapy device. What this means is that this device is able to relax your muscles and reduce that tension and tightness through percussion. Basically meaning that we're able to reduce that tension from repetitive pounding over and over and over again to your muscles. You can use the Theragun or any type of percussive therapy device on any muscle group. However, it is easiest to use them on your quads, your hamstrings, and your calf muscles. Generally, when starting out, if you've never used a device like this before, you'd want to use it for about 3 to 5 minutes per muscle group. One really cool thing about the Theragun is that it comes with an app where you can tell the app which muscle groups you want to loosen, and it will time exactly when you should start and stop, and it will show you exactly what muscles you should be massaging. The Theragun and any other similar product from a different brand typically comes with different heads. So the one that I have on my Theragun right now is the biggest head and it's round, but they have some that are smaller and pointy, or they have round ones, but it's not as large of a head. So the important thing to know about which head you choose is that the pointier and or the smaller it is, it's going to be more intense. It's going to get much deeper into your muscle. So with all of my clients who have MS, I like to stay with the biggest, widest head. When you have tight muscles, there's so many different ways to reduce that tension or release that tightness. The most common one, as we all know, is stretching, but there are other things you can do like foam rolling or massaging. So the Theragun or other similar brands are able to reduce tension through massage. As I've mentioned already, there are lots of different brands. In fact, Theraguns or similar brands can range anywhere from $30 to about $600. This is the only brand that I have used. However, I imagine that the cheaper brands may come with fewer head options, or they might not be as intense. But honestly, when you have MS, I think it's okay to have a device that is not as intense. If it's too intense, that could cause muscle soreness or maybe even some bruising if you are the type of person that bruises easily. So I think a cheaper option would probably be fine. All you're really looking for is a device that is able to relax your muscles through percussion. Let me show you an example of how you would use the Theragun on your quad muscles to relax your quads. First and foremost, make sure you're sitting in a very relaxed position, and you're going to turn on the device and then just roll all the way around your quads. And this is a great example of when you could use the app and it will tell you where to go on the inside, the top, the outside. So here we go. This next gift is a gift that can help reduce stress and help you relax mentally and emotionally. It might sound silly, but something that I did to help with relaxation that started a few years ago was an adult coloring book. I love these coloring books because coloring is a way that you can relax your body without thinking about anything. It doesn't require any thought or too much effort other than what color are you going to use next. I really like this particular book, but there are lots of different adult coloring books out there. What I would suggest doing is finding one that has big designs. The bigger the design, the easier it's going to be to color it in. The smaller design, the more fine motor skills it's going to require. This is the most recent image that I colored in while on a 5-hour delay on the tarmac on my flight back from Ireland when I was on my honeymoon. It's such a great way to just slow your mind down and relax. I was recently talking to an MS neurologist about this technique to use a coloring book for my clients to help reduce stress, and he absolutely loved it. He said that he was going to start recommending it to all of his clients with MS. So if you're looking to reduce stress and increase your relaxation, try it out. However, you might be thinking to yourself that you don't have the hand strength or the dexterity to hold on to colored pencils. Well, here's an option for you. I found colored pencils on Amazon that are technically designed for kids, but I think they are great for people with MS because the colored pencil themselves are shorter than a typical colored pencil and wider, meaning it's going to be easier to hold on to. Each colored pencil is about twice the thickness of a regular colored pencil, and there's more color on the inside, and it even comes with a sharpener. So if you are someone who doesn't have great hand strength or fine motor skills and dexterity, these colored pencils would be a great option. As you may guess, there are lots of different coloring books and pencils available. The coloring book that I have here is $8 on Amazon, and these colored pencils are $7. I'll put the link for both of these in the show notes. The next gift that I want to share with you in my gift guide are Kizik sneakers. I am obsessed with these sneakers, and the reason is because they are so easy to use. They are hands-free sneakers, so that means that it does not require you to use your hands to put them on, and you don't even need to bend over to put the shoe on, which helps immensely with balance. I personally own 2 different pair of Kiziks. They have lots of different styles. One of the pair that I own is more of an everyday sneaker, and then the other pair is more of an athletic sneaker. And even though I mentioned that they are hands-free and you don't need to bend over to put the shoe on, they are still just as supportive as any other sneaker that I've worn. All you do to put this sneaker on is insert your toes and push them towards the front of the shoe, and then plop your heel down and the shoe fits right in. So again, you're going to put your toes in, push it towards the tip of the shoe, push your heel down, and you're good to go. You can use that technique when standing and also when you're sitting. It's the same idea. You just need to push your toes in, plop your heel down, hands free, and you're good to go. If you're putting your Kiziks on while you're sitting down and you have difficulty lifting your leg to get your foot in the shoe, you could use your handy dandy leg lifter that I mentioned earlier in the gift guide. Depending on which style of Kiziks you choose, they range from $99 to $149. However, they often have sales on their websites, and I have a 10% off coupon code that you can use. I'll put the link and the discount code in the show notes. This next gift is for someone who has difficulty waking up in the morning and generally feels fatigued. It's a bright light therapy lamp, also known as a seasonal affective disorder therapy lamp. Bright light therapy lamps, such as this one here, can be a great way to regulate our circadian rhythm, which therefore can improve our mood, our energy levels, and our sleep. Lights like this can especially be helpful first thing in the morning. Essentially what it does is it tricks our mind and our eyes to think that it's bright out and we're seeing sunlight, in which case it turns off our melatonin producing cells. Therefore, it can make us less sleepy in the morning. It's generally best to start slow with only 5 minutes of exposure to the light, but you can work your way up to 30 minutes. And there are precautions for some people. For example, if you have bipolar disorder or epilepsy, this might not be a good fit, so definitely check with your doctors before using it. If you were to go and Google bright light therapy lamps, I'm just going to warn you, you are going to find so many lamps out there. I've done about 4 hours of research just on therapy lamps and specific brands, and there's definitely a few things that you want to look for. First and foremost, the size of the lamp. The larger the size, generally speaking, the more light can shine on you, which is a good thing. The second thing to look out for is to make sure that the lamp has 10,000 lux. Now, most of the lamps that I found did go up to 10,000 lux, which is basically the brightness level. You need to make sure that it has that level in order for it to be considered a therapy lamp and not just a bright light. Something else that you'll find and you might want to look out for is if the lamp is adjustable or not. So the one that I got is from Circadian Optics, and it actually is not adjustable. That's the one downside of this lamp that I chose, but all of the other areas it exceeded in. So I still went with this one, but there are some that will turn facing downward or upward or inside or outside. So note the angle or lack of angle adjustment that comes with the lamp. Some research does indicate that if the lamp is facing down on you, just like regular sun would be, then that can be a better angle. The fourth thing that you want to be on the lookout for is that the lamp that you choose specifically says that it is UV free, meaning you will not be getting any UV rays from your lamp. Lastly, you want to make sure that the device that you get specifically states how far away you need to be from the device in order for it to be effective. For example, some lights will say that it is most effective if it is 6 inches away from your face. That is not very far. 6 inches might only be about this far away, meaning I would need to sit with my lamp this close to my face in order to reap the benefits. Whereas other lamps are about 18 inches away, which is much more doable. You could rest your lamp on a desk and sit close to it, but it wouldn't need to be right next to your face. Most of the lamps that I found had about a 12-inch distance, which in my opinion is still pretty close, but the further distance you find, in my opinion, the better, because it doesn't need to be as close to your face. With that said, in order to reap the most benefits from the lamp, it does need to have the 10,000 lux, and you need to sit the appropriate distance away from the lamp to reap the benefits. Again, the brand that I went with for my lamp was Circadian Optics, and I went with this one because it met 4 out of the 5 criteria. It had a nice big interface for the sun to come through or the light to come through. It also was UV free. It also has 10,000 lux, which is really important for level of brightness, and it's UV free. Additionally, this specific lamp has 4 levels of brightness. So when you first turn it on, it's really bright, but you can turn it down 3 different notches to a level that is more appropriate for your eyes until you can tolerate the brightest level. As I mentioned earlier, if you were to look up bright light therapy lamps, you will find a ton of different options, ranging from about $35 or $40 all the way to around $400. The lamp that I got was $85, but it was actually on sale for $35. I'm gonna put that link in the show notes along with a few other links that were highly recommended from the research that I've done on bright light therapy lamps. My next gift I want to share with you are for those people who live in colder, specifically snowy or icy climates, and maybe you also have difficulty walking or poor balance. The weather this time of year can often cause more tripping or falling because of the snowy or slippery conditions. So I love recommending to my clients some type of rubber shoe wear that you put over your shoes to help reduce those trips or falls. It essentially can help increase the traction of your shoes on the surface that you're walking on. One brand that I really like is called Studs. With studs, you put this rubber piece under your shoe, so it hooks on your ankle here, and this is where your toes would go. And if you look at the underside, you'll see that there are these prongs that will stick into whichever surface you are on. Now, these prongs are not so deep that it would stick into mud or make it harder for you to lift your leg up. It's just going to help increase your traction. Another brand that I love with a very similar product is Yak's Trax. I will put the link for both of these in the show notes. Generally, products like this are between $20 and $25. And again, it can be a great way to help you walk outside in the snow and ice safely without losing your balance. My last gift that I wanted to recommend for you guys this year on my 2022 MS Holiday Gift Guide is a membership to my online MS wellness program, The Missing Link. The Missing Link was designed to help people with multiple sclerosis learn MS-specific physical therapy exercises to help improve your walking, improve your strength, and your balance so that you can feel more confident going out in life and participating in your day-to-day activities with even more strength. So many of my Missing Link members within the first few weeks say that they're feeling not only more confident, but more empowered and like they have control back. I'm a very visual learner, so I need to see things in order to fully understand it. So I'm going to put a link in the show notes with a behind the scenes look of the Missing Link. This is a video that you can watch that will literally take you into the program as if you're already a member, and you'll be able to see if it would be a good fit for you and the goals that you're working towards or not. The Missing Link has monthly, semi-annual, or annual options, and you can cancel at any time. I have some members who join for 1 month and they gather as much information as possible, and then they leave and they might join next year. But I have other members who sign up for 1 month and then immediately can tell that this is going to be a perfect fit for them, so they switch to the semi-annual or annual. You can make this program whatever you need to help you reach your goals. Something I hear from almost every Missing Link member is that their favorite thing about the program is not only the live classes that we offer, but also the exercise guides. You will know exactly which exercises to do each day to help you walk better and get stronger, and even more functional day-to-day tasks like climbing your stairs, getting into and out of your car, standing up from the floor. You will have all the guidance that you need and you'll feel supported along the way. I hope you enjoyed my gift list for my 2022 MS Holiday Gift Guide. Again, you can find links for all of these products in the show notes. Happy holidays and Happy New Year!